Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back. This is Faisal Remodeler, and in this video I will show you how to create this type of monster. This is a fourth type I think. Yes. And we're gonna make the second one, the one on the right. First of all, we do not delete the cube and add mirror and subdivision level to 1 to this cube. And to make the body we need to set the shape like this, and we need to firstly make the shape of the body, and then we add another cube and turn off clipping from the mirror, and in the edit mode add another cube for the legs, and to extrude it out and scale them just like a little bit to adjust and fit the shape of the legs. Move them a little bit up and scale them just like this. Move it a little bit to the side and tweak some vertices to get better result. Move them a little bit to the side and move some areas right there. Okay, now extrude another time to make the feet. Now scale this bottom face on the Y and move it slightly forward just a little bit to make the feet. Now increase just a little bit to make the feet look more natural. Now scale the loops around just to make it more natural. Okay, now this looks good. Now add another cube in the edit mode and delete these two faces right here, and now scale them to make the arms. Now move them next to the body and move one loop inside of it, and then make the arms fill it. We can make the gloves separately, but I will make it from here. Now we increase some areas just like this to tighten some edges just a little bit, not increase fully. And now insert this face right here and extrude it like this. Insert just a little bit and scale on the Y and move them a little bit sideways. Okay, this looks good. Now add one loop cut right there. Move this edge a little bit to the side and duplicate this. Don't duplicate, subdivide these two edges to make the fingers. Now extrude the thumb first and then fingers. Extrude it 2 times just like this. Now scale them just a little bit to the local Y axis. Now yes, like this. Now scale them just a little bit like that. This matches the shape correctly, and move them just close to the hand. Make them thicker, and fingers are looking much better. When we make a distance in between the fingers. Now Alt S and scale just a little bit, and now move the thumb a little bit down and scale this just like here, and move this down to from the side view. Adjust the shape of the thumb from the side view too. Now move this, select this loop right here from the side view. Now move them and rotate them correctly according to the shape of the hand. Okay, this looks much better. Okay, now hands are complete. Gloves are complete. We increase some areas like this loop right here. Okay, now we only need to make the head, mouth and the shoulder gloves. Now make these gloves a separate object. We're gonna separate this part right here and Alt S this part, this legs right here, and make it look more strong. Okay, now duplicate this loop right here to make the shoulder cup. Delete the bottom edge and now extrude it, but first add them according to the shape of the arm. Now rotate this loop right here and rotate this one too, and add one loop cut in the middle and move this loop right here. Move these two vertices a little bit up and extrude them, and give the thickness by extruding, or we can do this by solidify. We can increase the side loops and give it extrusion to for thickness, but I'm not gonna increase it this now. We can increase it later on and set the shape like this. Now move some vertices around to give it little more round shape from the front and from the back. Here then just a little bit slightly to the right like this. Now select some loops and increase just a little bit for better result, just like I selected here, and increase just a little bit. Now give some thickness by extruding, or we can use the solidify modifier, but make it a separate object. If you see something red, now saving is important. Save the blender file is important when you do this work. When you make anything in Blender, we just need to save every time you make anything. Okay, so adjust the shape and scale some areas and tweak some edges, right? Anything, anywhere where you see any problem. Okay, now we need to make the head, extrude the top loop and scale the whole body on the wire to give it some thickness. It looks more flattened type. Okay, now scale the head a little bit more. Okay, now we need to make the mouth. To make the mouth, we need to apply the modifiers once and then we can add it again. Apply the modifiers, the mirror and the subdivision, and now add another mirror and subdivision modifier. But first delete the half part and then add another mirror modifier and subdivision level to 1. Only level 1 subdivision is enough, so we don't need any much geometry for our character if we need to animate later on, so we don't appear any problem. We don't get any problem. Now fix some areas like vertices around everywhere in the body. Okay, this looks much better. Now select some loops where we want the mouth. Now duplicate them and make it a separate object. Keep it separate is kind of important for some time. Then we can join it later on. To set the shape, we can separate it firstly, then we can make it a single object later on when we finish everything. Separate means we separate some mesh from the basic main object, and then we can edit it separately so we don't appear any problem from the rest of the mesh. Like this. Now to match the shape according to the reference, move some vertices around and match the shape like there. And now shape is looking good. Shape of the mouth. Now we need some thickness to it. We need it to be some thick, strong mouth. To give it some thickness, we can use solidify modifier or we can extrude it manually. I extruded it manually, then we can increase the other loop that we don't see from the front. Move the side vertices a little bit closer to the body, just like I did here. Okay, this looks much better. Now increase some areas, just like this I did here, and the mouth is looking much better than before. Okay, now move the head a little bit to the top and a little bit up. like this. And now we need to make the eyes and the eyebrows. First we make the eyes, then we get the idea where we want the eyebrows. Just like I did here, move some vertices around, up on the mouth, and then extrude inwards and be increasing it and give it some angry looking mouth like this. We increase this edge right here and move it down. And now we need to color the whole monster. After we finished making it, only eyebrows are left. We can make it after when we color it. Color them same color just that we did to the small one. Now this is the final result. We can add armature to it later on. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.